All right. Good afternoon, everybody. Giving this another shot. Tried this morning, and the Photoshop that was blank. So we're going to talk today about using a mug template to simplify production and how it's all set up and laid out. Using Pick the Gift as my example here, and hope everybody's doing well. And let's give this a shot. And everything just froze too. Fun. All right, technology, love it. All right, well, here we go. So we're gonna dive right in. I'm gonna get over to Photoshop here, so bear with me as we get that pulled up. And there we go. Okay, so here's the template that we're using. This is for an 11-ounce mug, and it works great. You've got all your basic details here. You've got your center on one side of the mug, the center on the other side of the mug, opposite the handle. So there's my handle. Directly opposite of that, right there, would be that center line there. And then over here, we get into this near the handle area. And we're going to talk about that here in just a second. But as you can see, we've got some gray area there and there. So all the checkerboard that you see in throughout here is basically going to be the transparent background. So that's where we're going to build things. So let's just say we're going to start off with kind of a full wrap scenario here. And again, I've got this pulled all the way out from corner to corner here. And okay, so that's okay. But problem is along in this area here. So again, coming back to the mug here, the heat and the pressure doesn't get real even the closer you get to the handle. So for example, this stuff over here, I'm probably going to lose some. I'm not going to have good transfer in there. So we want to be as safe as possible, and we like to move over, at least a ½ inch. If we can get a little further over, that's even better. And again, right down in here. So what you really want to do in this scenario here is I want to size this down just a little bit here. So I'm going to do get that going. I'm going to hit Control T. Oh, got it already. Okay, and I'm just going to shrink this over a little bit. Maybe you want to come all the way into my safe area for sure, to be extra safe. Is one way to go about it. Now the other piece is down here. Again, with the mug, you can kind of see, if you look closely here, and I'll show the mug a little more close up in just a moment, but it does kind of round at the bottom a little bit. Most mugs do some. So you're going to lose a little bit here. Now, to have some come off, that's fine. But if you need a nice clean edge, you definitely want to move it up above that area there. So there's kind of our full wrap, so to speak, mug opportunity. The next thing, though, would be if we wanted to maybe place some things. Maybe we've got a funny saying or a picture as shown here on the side. So we're going to, again, try to move some things around here. Got this here. And I can kind of get that picture centered with my guidelines. And then again, just be careful. The more you get over into this area, the more you're going to have some difficulties with those edges looking good. With this particular picture, the edges are already soft, so I'm okay moving that over. But maybe on my other side here with my logo, I definitely need to make sure that this is nice and solid and stuff like that. So we've got our design kind of laid out the way we want it to. Now, the one part here, and I'm going to go ahead and hide this group here, and I'm in Adobe Photoshop. So I'm going to hide this group here by clicking on this eyeball. And notice I still have these crop marks here. And it's real important to keep those on there. Don't get rid of them. In fact, you may even want to go ahead and lock those in by using the lock function there. So we're going to hide the hide layer so we don't have all this other stuff showing up on our print. But we're going to leave those crop marks there. I'll show you in just a second why. So once we have all that, the next thing I want to do is I want to go to File, Save As. Don't use any of like the legacy Save for Web or anything like that. We want to do Save As. Very important. Then I'm going to pick a JPEG file, typically the easiest. You could use a PNG file if you'd like. Like I said, I like the JPEG files myself. I want to make sure that my color profile is sRGB, so we want to be working in the RGB color space. that's what the printers are tuned for. And then I'm going to hit save. And we'll replace that. What the heck. All right, so now I've got that. So now I'm going to come back here. We're going to start talking about the actual print out of this. So bear with me 1 second while we get back to stop sharing. Boom. Okay, so now we're back here. All right, so now we've taken our print and we have printed it out. And I want to show you guys this. And so again, I'm going to try to get a little bit closer. You can see that the crop marks are on there. All right, so we printed that out. And again, this is just a printout kind of showing left and right. So as you are looking at the screen, you know, here's the left side of the screen, here's the right side of the screen. And we're going to talk about what that is in just a second for that part. Okay, so I've got those crop marks, and now I'm going to cut that down exactly to those crop marks. So again, here's this is cut out exactly to the crop marks. Now the reason why that's so important is to cut that exactly to the crop marks. It makes the actual setup process, so I've got my mug here, and it makes the setup process so easy. I don't have to worry about, is this centered, is it straight? I'm basically going to wrap the paper around. The paper goes up to the handles on our mug, as you can see there. So I've got the papers wrapped up to the mug, so I'm not worried about being centered. And then using the table, I can actually just set the mug down and let the paper automatically basically align itself to the bottom. And now I tape that on there, and it goes in my mug press or the mug oven, and I'm ready to go. So there's no guessing, there's no making sure everything's lined up and straight. I'm using the template to do that. So that's one area we want to make sure that we're looking at. Okay, so we've got that in there. One last thing I want to show you here on this, and we're going to go back and share our screen here one more time. And there we go. Okay, so as you can see, I did make this mug, and the mug so this is my left hand, I got my wedding band on there, and as the mug's being held, just like I'm holding it here, so if you're looking at the mug as you're holding it, that actually is going to look like the left side to you, but you want to think about it from looking at it straight on. So if I'm looking at this mug straight on, this is the right side, and this is the left side. And so that's where those things come up. And yeah. So that is important. You know, maybe somebody's wanting to have a mug where they do that, where they take a picture for a wedding scenario and they want to make sure the ring's showing. So you got to know which side's right and left. All right, so that's basically how to set up and design with the mug templates, and then we'll go from there. I guess while we're here, let us go back to, and we're gonna get me back here while I pull this up. I want to kind of quick just show you, this is a little bonus if you're a Pick the Gift customer. So I want to show you uploading these mugs here real quick. So what you should be doing once you go to enter this order. All right, so let me get back here and we'll go into this. All right, so you guys won't have that stuff across the top, but anyhow, but here's our mug. We're gonna decorate this mug, and you know, you could add a design just like you would normally do, but the best thing to do, so with this designer piece, we don't have the crop marks that are normally out here. We basically just have this image area, and it's kind of condensed, it's kind of small. For our wholesale customers, we really don't actually want to use this. This is just a quick, easy way to get a graphic on there. What we really want to do is we want to just upload our finished art. So we don't need to actually design anything here. I just want to go to upload finished art. I'm going to choose file. I'm going to go find where I saved that at. And actually, it was in here. Sorry about that. Okay, so that's that finished file that we saved out of Photoshop. I'm just going to select that. I'm going to upload that file, and it's going to be right there. And then I can just add to cart. I don't need to do anything further. I don't need to design anything. So that's all you need to do. That piece will be in there, and you are ready to go. So hopefully that helps with that. And again, thanks for watching, and we will talk to you soon.